and welcome back to another day of the Public Speaking Challenge. Today, we will be working on writing the introduction of your speech. So, on Tuesday, you did some research around the topic that you've chosen. And today, you'll do a little bit more research and write an introduction that really grabs the audience's attention. Now, the second page here today is titled Get Their Attention. This is all about how to write a really interesting speech introduction. So it says, some speakers begin their speech with an interesting fact or a story. Others begin with a quote or a question, and these are all ways you can get the audience's attention. You should also tell the audience what your speech is about, and it is important to include why they should listen to your talk. So here is our activity today. The instructions are this. You're going to read some books, articles, or websites that deal with your topic. And you'll use what you learn to create a list of different ways that you could open your speech. So there will be 3 things that you do first. 1, you will find a quote about your topic and write it down. 2, you will pick an interesting fact about your topic and write it down. And 3, you will come up with a question about your topic and write it down. Then you will look over those 3 things and you will choose which one you will use to start your speech. So here, this is where you will record each of those 3 things. Now, a quote is something that someone else has said about the topic. An interesting fact makes sense, or a question, a rhetorical question, a question that the audience doesn't answer, but it's there to get their attention. Now, some people might be thinking, I can't really research my topic because it's about, for example, chores. Some people might have selected the worst chores. You definitely can still research. Here, for a quote, you could find a quote that somebody else has previously said about chores on the internet. You could find an interesting fact about on average, how many chores children do a week, or chores that children do in different countries. And you could have a rhetorical question about chores, one where you ask the audience to get them thinking. Once you have recorded a quote, an interesting fact, and a question, you will take this star and you will place it on the one you're going to use to write the introduction of your speech. Now, before you begin writing, just to know, there are 3 main sections of your speech you will write. Today's the introduction. You will state the topic of your speech, you will engage the audience, and they will know why they should listen to your speech, and you will outline the main points of what's coming up in your speech. Here is where you're going to write your speech introduction. So I've just put it again here. The point is to capture the attention of the audience and establish the subject you're going to talk about, and add your personality to make it unique, because many other people will be talking about the same topic. A little hint for you, seeing as you've done the public speaking challenge in Year 1, Year 2 and Year 3, it might be worth seeing if you could find a copy of that speech somewhere at home, or if you could open up an old Seesaw account and see if your speech is still recorded there. If not, that's okay, but it's worth a try. You might have a copy of last year's speech on your device somewhere that you could have a look at to see how you did your introduction last year. Once you've written your speech introduction here, the next step is to record yourself reading it. Now, either copy and paste it onto the next page, or if you want to just record it here on this page so you can read it, that's fine too. And the point of this is just to check that it makes sense, so you can listen back to what it sounds like to make sure that it's enough to grab the audience's attention. So give this a go today, writing your introduction, and see if you can find a really interesting way to start it so you can grab everybody's attention. Tomorrow, we will work on the body of the speech, starting to put some of the points into the public speaking challenge. All the best.